Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live and we're ready to get set. Apologies for the wee bit of the false start. One or two of the Pistons weren't quite firing. So sorry, the intro track was just glitching out like mad. And even you wouldn't have seen this, but in the background, Harry Boy get kicked out and get brought back in as well. So we're here, we're live and we're loud and we're getting set for another Sorare game week deadline. I'm Quinny, of course, and I'm joined as ever by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, my man, good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you, mate. How you feeling for the weekend?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not going to lie, the lack of pre-intro music is maybe taking a wee bit of a wee 5% off me. So I was right up there, but yeah, server issues and stuff like that just started freaking out on me. So sadly, no intro tune today. But yeah, the sun is shining in Glasgow yet again. I've built a bucket of teams and we've got a lot to get stuck into. It's another big weekend of titles being decided. We now know who the Champions League and the Europa League and the Europa Conference League finalists will be. And there's still a few bits and bobs domestically to be wrapped up. We've got MLS. We've got MLS hot streaks. Harry Boy is streaking all the way to the Masters, maybe. And
hopefully,
there's a lot on this weekend, Harry. I'm buzzing for it. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm as well. To be fair, it just feels like it's like your last chances now to squeeze out anything like from the in-season side of challenger, champ, contender. Obviously, is ongoing for the whole season. Basically, just a bit of a carousel, isn't it? So. Yeah, trying to just squeeze out what I can from the in-season bits. I've definitely got surplus in-season cards, and it feels like I'm just going to be left with the holding the bag, as they say. Like I've tried, like I put my Barrios up for like that Barrios still hasn't sold. I put him up like an hour ago, and I had 2 offers straight away, but they weren't cash or ETH. It was just like straight swap. But yeah, I haven't had time. I should have listed a few cards, like ones that I'm not using maybe for this weekend, just to see if. They would sort of go. We've got the J League and the K League competition. I saw you opened your J League jersey. That you said you're going to kindly give away, which is really kind of you. But I've got like half a team for that, so I'm tempted on stream to build the other. I think I need 2 players. I need a goalkeeper and a forward, I think. So I might do that. Otherwise, I'm just wasting those cards really on, like, because this is like the last tournament, right? I think from the specials, but no, I'm excited, mate.
Should be a good one. And as always, guys, the Sorare Celtic managers from all around the world are flying into the live chat, dropping fist bumps on arrival, and giving us a heads up as well, of course, of any breaking developments we've got on the timeline. There's press conferences happening galore. We also had a lot of Thursday night football, not just in Europe, but around the world, and there's tons of last minute stuff to get. Left arm training again going for Harry Boy. So everyone who is tuning in, of course, get your fist bumps into the live chat. Hit the like button as well. Support the channel, support the show. Maybe we'll find some more scouts and managers to join us in the live chat and make sure we don't miss out any of that last minute news. But in speaking of the Sakura and the I can't say the names, but the specials we've got for the J and the K. We've had 2 cards kindly donated from the community for the show today for giveaway, and we're certainly getting at least one of them out before the deadline because plug and play maybe right into that for someone. A wee Rio German in the special edition for limited. So a nice wee fun card here. And yeah, special edition as well. And that was kindly donated to us, of course, by FPL General Sorare Contender. Thanks very much for the generosity, mate. And yeah, this is a decisive, capable guy. He's a name that's familiar to anyone who's been playing the J League for the last couple of seasons. And we'll definitely be giving him away, as well as a wee rare that's just been donated to us by Emerald FC. I forget the name you'll have in the live chat. Make yourself known, of course. Fist bump to yourself. Is donated Thomas Ostrak. Now, yeah, he's been kind of playing. New name on me, but a rare in season. So we'll have those 2 cards to give away in the show today, which will be good crack and good fun. But yeah, I think we just get stuck into it, Harry Boy, because this weekend, as I say, is battle stations for everyone. It feels like some titles are kind of decided and stuff like that, but there is still so much more going on with qualification spots, relegation fights. Some leagues have split, and then there is still some titles that are still up for grabs, as it were. The Besiktas up at the top is surprising.
Yeah, a little bit, mate. Yeah, I think Adama are just absolutely horrendous. Not the Besiktas aren't good, because I think they've had a great season, haven't they, with Ollie? They've got some big hitters as well that can really pack a punch with like Rafa and even defensively. Yeah, Masuaku can absolutely smash on his day. It looks like he's played centre back last game, which is a bit weird. Rashika, yeah, they've got some players. Oxlade Chamberlain getting a run out as well. So yeah, that'll be a big focus in Chal, I guess. Outside of that, Chal-wise, I mean, another Turkish team in the top sort of 7. Ajax you then met with, and then after that, it's quite bleak for Challenge. I think a lot of like I'm sure Benfica play Sporting. Feyenoord play PSV this weekend. It's one of those sort of rivalry weekends in European football, it seems, outside the top 5 leagues. So, yeah, I think challenge is quite up for grabs in a way. Like Genk play Club Bruges. There's a couple sort of giants playing each other, which, leave some space for maybe the teams that, Ajax are obviously a big club, as are Besiktas, but scrolling down, you've got Porto. They play away as well, and they're the third best or highest ranked team percentage-wise for winning. Like, Cercle Bruges, it's mad, mate. Honestly, like, challenge is mental this weekend on paper, and then you've got obviously Champ with Bayern and City up there, massive favourites. Bayern won the league. Same for PSG, just played midweek. Half their team's on holiday. I don't know if you saw the tweet today, but like Donnarumma's not going, Hakimi's not. They've literally tweeted none of them are coming. They're going to be training on Wednesday, so it's going to be like PSG's C team. It feels like, with like fucking Lucas Hernandez and Beraldo. Yeah, Kang. Hopefully he gets some good game time there. Zagreb at home, that is obviously a good one on paper and obviously in contender. Up there with your lad, Celtic at home to Hibs. Other than that, though, obviously River might dominate a little bit defensively. We've got some Chinese in there, bit of Brazil in Flamengo, Chinese again. Hamburg have a decent matchup, I think, on paper. That was like a 67%. I remember building yesterday. Zenit away, though. I don't know, mate. It honestly feels relatively open. I know there's a few giants up there, but like if you can kind of disregard those, honestly, I think it's a wide open week.
Yeah, because I don't think Bayern Munich normally do, like, Bayern Munich against Gladbach is normally quite spicy. But I was saying at some point this week, I can't remember where, but normally when Gladbach have been that kind of bogey team for Bayern, they've had Jan Sommer in goals. And we've obviously all seen Jan Sommer's heroics this year for Inter. So, yeah, so that's a funny one, like, because there's a bit of history between those two, but neither one of them are actually really a good version of themselves, particularly right now. And then you see PSG bringing in Safanovs and all the rest of it probably for this one. It's quite wide open. Napoli at home to Genoa, but it looks really interesting with the Scudetto still kind of up for grabs. Inter having played midweek, they're kind of facing multiple fronts at this point. I don't even know who Inter are playing this weekend, but I don't think it's an easy one. And Marseille Le Havre looked good to me as well.
Yeah, that could look pretty tasty away from home. And mind you, though, Le Havre, who did Le Havre beat last week? They beat Auxerre, I think, 2-1. I don't know. They've just been. They're not like Montpellier bad, right? Like they've got a little bit in their locker, but yeah, obviously not a great side on paper. Marseille maybe, but they're always prone to conceding. Marseille, even at home, like they'll score 4 and then fucking. I know you know too well because you've got the keeper, but they just seem to concede. It's a bit mental. But Stuttgart at home to Augsburg. I know Augsburg have been really good, but Stuttgart at home could definitely pack a punch. Same for Frankfurt, mind. Ekatike's on fire. They got that Bahoya. They got a really interesting for Seals was suspended. That could be nice. 62%. There's Inter there. Sorry, with Torino away.
They're going away to Vanya.
Yeah. Betis at home to Osasuna. I know Betis played last night. And then we're into MLS with Orlando, which is mad, really, because Revs are like the most informed team there is in the MLS right now, which is a bit mental to say, but they genuinely are. So I don't know. Baby just laughed when I said that. Maybe he's not a Carlos Hill fan.
No.
But mind you, Orlando are good. So it's like, yeah, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it feels a bit off, maybe. Brentford, Ipswich, who are playing oh yeah, it is Brentford. I was thinking another Prem fixture then that I thought was quite tasty. No, it's Fulham at home to Everton, but it's not that crazy. Atletico Sociedad. Yeah, I don't know, mate. It feels very much wide open, genuinely.
I would agree. And Dean Jordan here, what's the best place to check up predicted lineups? Well, funny you say that because we do have some projections that do go on to Sorare, but they're a wee bit laggy. And quite often not really on the money. All the lineup projections on the Deadline Show are powered by Predictify. Predictify gets you all your projected lineups across all the regions of Sorare clubs that you could possibly hope for. If you are going to use Predictify for your predicted lineups and get an account with them where you pay for either global access to all the teams and all the leagues, or you get a package that's just tailored for what your gallery or what your interest is, then please use code Quinny Harry at the checkout. It just helps support me and Harry Trades and the Deadline Show and everything that goes on here. So without further ado, it's a nice little segue. So thanks very much for that, Dean. And Predictify, as spelt on screen here, supporting the show, of course. Fulham versus Everton in the Premier League, Harry. This was one that you thought might be tasty. Is that for Fulham?
Yeah, well, yeah, not too tasty to be fair, but yeah, I just thought Fulham might have a nice day at the office here. I don't know why. I just got a funny feeling that Everton have nothing to play for, do they? Not are Fulham still going for like a lower European spot, or have I just got there?
Let's have a wee peek. I actually picked Anderson in one of my better teams this weekend, so I just thought he looked quite good matchup wise.
Yeah,
so it's interesting to hear you fancy that as well. Looking at the Prem, Fulham, no, they're in 11th on 51. No chance of catching the pack in the last 3 games. They could get a wee bit higher and earn a few more prize money kind of thing, or merit payments, whatever they're called. But beyond that, like I'm sure the players are probably incentivized to that extent as well, top 10 bonuses or something. So
for sure.
they'll probably have go for it, you're right. But Everton, yeah, they're just like no man's land. Like they're saying bottom half and finishing above Man United and Tottenham and West Ham. That's something for David Moyes, eh? Finishing above Man U and West Ham.
100%, yeah. So maybe there is a little bit on it from a bragging rights perspective. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
There we go. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back?
Are we back?
I think we are. We feel back. Don't know what happened there. I told you guys there was gremlins in the system today, but yeah, I was just saying, I think just as we got frozen off, Harry, you were in the middle of saying something I tried to cover for you, and then it kicked me off as well. But a good goalkeeper game, you know, Leno and Pickford. One of them could get a clean sheet. You wouldn't be too surprised about that. And they both fancy a bit of AA. Unlikely to concede 3 from both of them as well, maybe.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's super high scoring. I don't know. I've got a feeling Fulham get a tricky little clean sheet there for some reason.
Could be good. And then we've got Ipswich Brentford. So you mentioned there was quite high on the list here. This is the Ipswich team. It's just been the vultures circling for Liam Delap recently. And I think Wissa has been getting a bit of love recently, maybe a few transfer links and whatever. It's pretty much as good as you'd expect to see. Brentford, Yarmouk, if that's how you say it or whatever, maybe a bit of a newer face into the fold there. But Flecken, good game for him potentially as well.
Yeah, I think this could be quite tasty for Brentford. We're back.
Right, guys. Thanks very much, guys. And then we've got Southampton, the dead and buried, going for the worst team in Premier League history at home to Man City, who have got a few different bits and bobs going on themselves. 11 points, Southampton. That's incredible, isn't it? And the fight for top 5, as it is now for Champions League, is pretty nip and tuck at the moment. Man City, would you rule out them displacing Arsenal in second just to really rub it in the nose of Arteta and all that kind of thing?
Who are Arsenal playing this weekend? It's Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, wow. So if they lose that, then yeah, why not? Why not?
Newcastle, Liverpool as well.
Mind you, Arsenal's goal difference is really high there, man. 33 compared to 24.
Oh yeah, so it is. That's an extra point.
Yeah. Huh.
So that's Southampton. So we bit of the victory lap for them. And away at Southampton, Pushing Doku, pace and threat could be good. Wolves against Brighton. Thoughts on this one, Harry?
This is a weird one, isn't it? I mean, you know what I'm like with Brighton every week. I'm doom and gloom. And when they've got Mateus Cunha up front, in Wolves, obviously at home, I don't know if I can see. I don't know if I can say anything different. To be honest, like Wolves are scoring goals. Wolves are in form.
Yeah.
I worry for Brighton here, honestly.
Manager's a wee bit flavour of the month as well, but Brighton have got Matt O'Reilly back in town, Harry.
That changes everything then.
And Dunk. This team's been getting a wee bit stronger over the last few weeks. Weaver back. Is that good for SO5?
Could be.
Is he like Brighton Kimmich waiting to happen?
Yeah, potentially. I can see that kind of working.
Oh, by the way, Harry.
Yeah, he's been doing well, hasn't he?
Right back, 156.72.
Could be the Prem Kimmich, couldn't he?
He's got the bones for it. Likes to be on the ball and stuff.
He's way more athletic. Yeah, he's massive. He's a unit of a guy.
That's a fun one to watch out for. Fun team. But yeah, Brighton. Yeah. Box of chocolates. Who knows what happens?
Honestly.
And Callum Carter-Davidson here with the Arsenal fixtures. Liverpool this weekend, then Newcastle, then Southampton. Ooh. So only 3 points you'd say likely to get, So catch that.
Easily. Yeah.
We've got Bournemouth at home to Villa. This is a tough one to call as well. Villa having quite a monumental season. And again, if we cast our eye back to the Premier League table, just outside of, I don't know what 7th really gets you, if it gets you anything, but Europa League group stage there for 6th. They're 1 point off of that. They're only 3 points off of Champions League. And Chelsea Newcastle's won the games this week. We've just mentioned Arsenal, City, Liverpool, of course. So that these 2 spots here, 4th and 5th, are kind of wide up for grabs as well. So a lot of motivation for Villa. Bournemouth are kind of leading that pack of teams that won't get into that race now. It's too late, but they're up and amongst that. A tough opponent, all the same. And they look as strong as they've been all season. Ivan Nielsen, Kluivert, Otaro Semenyo.
Yeah, tough game. Really tough game to call, isn't it? But they've got the players. Like, they've got the players to hurt anyone. I think, was it last week we said that,
I think Harry's glitched us again.
Are we gone away?
Can you see and hear me, lads? I think we should be able to. Oh, no, Harry's back. Yeah, we've got you back, Harry.
Was it last week that we said the Bournemouth might turn Arsenal over? I'm sure it was. Or the week before, and they beat them 2-1, didn't they? So, I don't know. They got that in their locker big time. But, Villa are fucking no joke either, mind.
Yeah, totally. I think that's one of the strongest Villa teams we've seen in the league in a while. Onana and Boobs. No, Tielemans is a bit of something, but Asensio and Rodgers are top end.
They've got so many options. It's actually like ridiculous now. Sam Time must be licking his lips.
Indeed. It's a tough game there. Interesting to see how that one shakes out. This is a 6-pointer for Champions League football, if ever we've had one. Newcastle at home, St James's Park to Chelsea. Team has been really consistent over the last few weeks, and there's no changes I can see anyway that are coming into this one. I seen a funny little interview TikTok thing with Tonali, and it was like, just like, who's the last it would have been Yaya Toure, which I thought was quite cool as well.
Sorry, I lost you then completely.
Did you? I've got you back now. I kind of knew you glitched. I'm hoping it still went out there. But I was basically saying, he said his most underrated teammate is Sean Longstaff. And then he said if he could swap shirts with anyone else, past or present, it would be Yaya Toure. I thought, I love that answer. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a great answer.
So yeah, Tielemans out for the season. Hurts Villa big time. But yeah, Newcastle looking good. Jacob Murphy Ballon d'Or campaign rumbles on. We've got Trippier, Livermento into fullback, and full strength kind of everywhere else. No Joe Linton. We get Joe Willock. Wow, Caicedo in at right back. That's an interesting sight there for sure. Lavia back in the team. Otherwise, it's not really much of a surprise the rest of this Chelsea lineup. But this is an interesting one. He's just going to do a job on Gordon then, probably, isn't he?
Yeah, I think once, like every time Lavia is fit, and obviously they want to fit Enzo and Palmer, and then I think Caicedo's been doing that right back position thing a lot this season. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how it looks on Sorare data, if that makes sense, like what position they said he's actually playing, but I'm sure he's been doing that a little bit. It's a good team, though. It's a good team. It's got pace. It's got a bit of quality, in midfield. I don't know. I think I'm favouring Newcastle though.
Sunday early kickoff. This one will be, so this will be a buzz.
Oh,
I favour Newcastle as well. Bobby Sanchez and Shalabas and whatever. But this feels like normally it's Newcastle Liverpool, but it feels like that kind of game where it's just going to be like 4-3 or something. It's could be one of those ones, but not normally a Newcastle Chelsea fixture. Normally Newcastle Liverpool, but anyway. Oh, Man U v West Ham, the David Moyes tribute derby or whatever we're going to call this one. Diallo's back. Mount comes in for this one alongside Kobe Mainu. A wee bit of rotation, what we've seen from midweek. But there's a Man United team. Thoughts on Man United getting to the final and how they come into this game, Harry?
I mean, it's just typical United, isn't it? Just to pull a little 4-1 out their arse, and they're through to what potentially could be a Champions League spot, finishing like 15th or 16th in the league, right? So, I mean, it's just, fair play to them. You can't hate on it. Like it's fucking good going, They just seem to be getting players back at the right time. Like Mount's coming back, doing a little bit. Like I know it's the end of the season. It might be not too little, too late because there's still a lot to play for with the final. But obviously the league's done. In that sense, like I don't know. I think they are finishing strong. If that and it can't be a bad thing. It's better than fucking finishing weak, isn't it? So. I'm a little bit higher on United than I have been, or than we've been. I think previously this season, which I think is fair.
I think West Ham see those rotations. They'll be like Potter and this kind of team. They'll be licking their lips at taking them on after playing Thursday night. Personally, but yeah, quite an entertaining game. I don't think there's a foregone conclusion on this one. I'm not even sure there's any real good SO5 picks for the most part. Maybe a bit of a dud match in that regard.
Yeah, no, Bruno just kills United, doesn't it? Like as far as like who you're going to really pick with confidence.
Yeah, Garnacho and Diallo have got that kind of spike potential, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can definitely do it. Definitely.
And buried, can't do very much. And so probably got one hand on the wheel when it comes to Champions League football, and that's pretty full strength, isn't it? MGW, Elliot Anderson, Alanga, Chris Wood in the front four. They're going to do damage this weekend, aren't they?
Yeah, this was so when I was thinking earlier. It wasn't the Fulham. Well, Fulham looked fine, but yeah, it was the Forest fixture. I was building my champ lineups early and I threw Alanga and obviously Nico in there. You've got to think this is the one really, but I don't know. Like it's quite hard to pick the best 5 Forest players. Like at one point it was pretty hard, like easy to do it with the SO5, but like Morgan Gibbs White's been off it, like SO5 wise. I don't think he's got a green in a long time. Who's Elliot Anderson is playing? Okay, yeah, it'd probably be like Anderson, Alanga, and then like 2 of the back 4. I would say. I wouldn't. Maybe you go double forward with Wood and Alanga potentially, but I don't know. I think I'd avoid Gibbs White. You'll end up getting 3 assists now, but.
I was going to say, do you not think this is a game, but where he candlesticks? He hits a big one.
You'd hope so, but mate, honestly, look, he's like L15. He hasn't had a DA in fucking yonks. I think he had like one I saw.
All the way back to my birthday.
Yeah, in March, and then 5 a.m. mate. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if he is going to get it, are you happy with a 16? Like, you're going to need more at the end of the day. So I don't know. I know that there's some big scores in there previously, and that's not to say you can't do it today. Or sorry, on the weekend. I don't know, mate. Just in a bit of a rut. It could definitely come out of it for sure. But then knowing us, they end up going 1-0 down. I'll be fuming because Nico's lost his clinch. You just know it. It's guaranteed to happen. Vardy will score on the break.
I don't think we're going to do round 2 this week. No. I don't know if you know the Liverpool picture, but I'm not taking that.
They got Dortmund, haven't they? That's class.
Tottenham playing last night, getting the business done in the Arctic Circle. So pleased for Big Ange, and I suppose Tottenham and the fans. I'm happy for them as well. I suppose. Hopefully they go one step further, but they're taking on Palace this weekend, and the Tottenham squad is thin at the best of times. And Palace have had this kind of resurgency that they kind of had the back end of last season, so they're kind of doing pretty well. And this is the Tottenham team that looks to play. No Van de Ven, no Romero. They're going to be rotated for this one. Same with Udogie. And midfield and up front, I can't remember how it all shook out for Tottenham the other night, but Archie Gray for Porro as well. Looks like the whole back four is going to rotate at a minimum. I'm pretty sure Richarlison started midweek. I know Solanke did. He won't be for this one. But do you think do you think the feel-good factor will finally penetrate the stadium? Do you think there'll be a wee bit of, carnival atmosphere for this one? Or do you think, we're going to get a wee bit of Palace party pooping?
No, I think Palace will definitely go there with a ton of confidence. Like, there's no reason why they can't go and beat them. But yeah, I think initially, Tottenham will have tons of confidence going into this one, just from obviously what's happened in Europe. Is that enough though to just steamroll Palace? I don't think so. I really don't. So I'm leaning toward, no disrespect of Tottenham here, but I'm leaning towards Palace, just being fresher. I don't think the confidence of the Europa League is gonna, or wherever they're in Conference League, is gonna pop them through. I don't. Yeah, I agree with Cal.
As well, of course. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, Palace looking towards their final as well. Yeah, it could be a nothing burger.
I think it'll be quite active. I think both teams like to attack, and I think there'll be goals in that one for sure. And then the final Premier League game of the weekend, we've got Liverpool at home to Arsenal. Liverpool team quite projectable, it looks like here. Maybe Darwin's going to come in for Gakpo or Jota. Connor Bradley's been confirmed to start. I seen an Arne Slot quote earlier in the timeline. He's going to be starting this one. And they're taking on Arsenal, who, the aftermath of losing to PSG, I don't know what to think about it. But see, when I hear Arteta saying they've been the best team in the Champions League, I'm like, wake the fuck up, mate. Like, no chance. Like,
he's just deluded, isn't he? I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you can put it down to anything else now. I don't know.
So this is the team they've got going to Anfield. It'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out. But I think Liverpool probably got a wee bit more on Arsenal than this. I think they'll have a wee bit more to give in the game. And I was just like Alisson against Raya, essentially. Like, I think Alisson's going to do way better ultimately, So even if it's a case of maybe a 1-0 or something, Liverpool getting the job done there. We'll fly into Spain. We've got Las Palmas at home to Vallecano, Harry, and this is a Friday night match, and we have got a 50-50. We've got a return of Jasper Cillison.
Nice, that's good news.
Yeah, buzzing for me. A super rare and a rare back in play for the weekend, which is fun.
Tell you who's sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. I tell you who's been scoring pretty well is Mika Marmol. Have you seen his recent scores?
I haven't, but I will gladly look them up.
They're not like unbelievable, but from where they've been, because obviously they haven't been really playing that. Like, he's building something. Yeah, playing left back, which is interesting.
He's got the bones. He's definitely got it in him.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's dipped so much this season, because he was wicked last year, wasn't he?
Yeah. I don't think he's been in the team as often, and like you say, that left back, centre back situation, and then they're playing Vallecano. This is a Vallecano team, quite strong, by the way. EC and De Frutos are back. Back four is pretty tight as well. And yeah. We then got Valencia against Getafe. Valencia team is on screen for any of you crazy people like me that'll be back in it. And then Getafe on screen as well. Look at this. Left mid is a left back. Neom, who's a right back, up and right mid. Just love to see it, man. And squeeze more defenders on the pitch. He will do it.
That's funny.
Celta Vigo, Sevilla. Don't really know what to think of this one. Celta Vigo still kind of half pushing for. Can they still get into Europe? I know Sevilla are down at the bottom and going nowhere fast, but I think Celta have still got something. Yeah, Celta are right in the mix still. 7th place ahead of Vallecano. Can they make up the gap to these guys? Probably not, but they're certainly wanting to fight off Vallecano, Osasuna, Mallorca, Sociedad, Valencia, probably just about getting to that picture as well, by the way, right at the end of the league. So it's very, very tight in La Liga, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy tight, to be fair. That's the big thing this weekend, is just finding out who's got things to play for and who don't. And I think that's the big thing that is baked under. You can't know that unless you obviously do a bit of digging on face value of teams. So yeah, that's the big one, I think.
Yeah, so we've just seen it on the table. Valencia, Celta and Rayo, the first 3 games we've looked at there, they've all got European football to contest. Villarreal are in amongst it as well. Where Villarreal? They're in 5th, hanging on ahead of Betis for Champions League football next year. If Betis win the Conference League, that just guarantees them Europa League, which they're pretty much guaranteed for anyway in the league. So very important for Villarreal to keep pace. And they are away to Girona, who have got absolutely nothing to play for because they've been terrible this year, as expected, really. But yeah, there's the Girona team. And then here is the Valencia team. Barry has picked up some sort of knock in training or something, so he won't be featuring guaranteed. It means Pepe is off the wing, back up front. I'm pretty sure he'll still be good, but Pepe on the wing is where life is.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. He was unbelievable last. Did he score 100 in the end?
Yeah, or 99 maybe. And then we have Mallorca at home to Valladolid. Now, Mallorca are just outside that picture as well, by the way, pushing for points. They're at home, Valladolid dead and buried, doing the Southampton tribute act at the bottom of the table on 16 points. So, yeah, if you ever did have a budget Mallorca player, stack, whatever, they are going to be throwing the kitchen sink at it this weekend. You bet your bottom dollar on that one. And quite full strength, by the way. They normally play 5 at the back, but they're going 4 at the back. Muriki's back. Pablo Maffeo's back. They've still got Asano. And Sergi Dardar is there as well. So, and Danny Rodriguez can score quite well also. So, and you like this Mojica kid, don't you? You're a fan of him, am I right?
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, good left back for Colombia. I really rate him. Hoping Dardar. I'm actually playing a bit of a. So last week was my Bundesliga debut. I'm making my La Liga debut. Well, it's actually not my debut, but I'm making my D3 La Liga debut this game week.
Rico, man, it's Mallorca and D1. Love it. Go for it, mate. Go for it.
That's class.
And it is crazy how Valencia were bottom at Christmas when I bought the stack and was like, surely Valencia don't die, you know? And I've not really won much from the stack. It must be said, a few promotions, maybe I'll be 20 quid here or there. But yeah, hopefully they get the job done. This is the Valladolid team on screen that will be taking on Mallorca for what it's worth. This is an interesting one as well, by the way. Atleti at home to Sociedad. Atleti, not really much to play for with 4 games to go. Yeah, numerically they could catch the top 2, kind of, but it's not going to happen, is it? And they're not going to be displaced from third, really. But Sociedad, they're on the outskirts of this European football for next year. And the qualifying for European football is the only thing that keeps that Sociedad manager in a job. He's doing like the Arsene Wenger thing of every year he's been there, they're qualified for Europe. Although this year it's probably only going to be Conference League if they manage it. But in any case, huge 6-pointer for Sociedad. And looking at the Atleti team, no Griezmann, no Spider-Man Alvarez. It's a wee bit mixed up, and I'm not too sure how to think about this game, Harry.
Yeah, on paper you'd like to think maybe a cheeky little clean sheet.
Revenge game.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been starting recently, so yeah, maybe he's got a bit of a bee in his bonnet, maybe, or something. And no, Griezmann is mad. Wow.
Lenormand and Galan also, no, far from it. 2 other former Sociedad players in defence there for Atleti. And then, there's my boy John Martin still playing. That's cool. There's the Sociedad team. Braze, Take, all the main boys are there.
This is your worst nightmare, isn't it, this game?
Yeah. It's hard to... It's actually been quite easy because Sociedad are so crap. I've just kind of wrote a lot of them off at this point for the year. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do La Liga lineups and keep them apart, which I don't normally care about too much. But with this one, I don't think there's clean sheets. So breaking the defence around has been important. We've got Leganés Espanyol on screen. I don't think there's anything going for either one of these teams. Leganés, yeah, they're still fighting against relegation, but they're probably not going to make it. Alaves are the only team that could maybe pull into it, but they even need to catch Las Palmas before that. And Espanyol don't really have much going on. There's their team on screen. I actually fancy Joan Garcia to be like one of the top performing goalkeepers this game week. I think he could do a really good job. They've been really good defensively. And Leganés will definitely shoot.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of that. I've got a little Leganés defensive stack.
I've got the Leganés super rare keeper, so
we're both on the Dimitrovic, aren't we?
So hopefully we know. We then got El Clasico, which in Real Madrid's words, or I think it was Valverde's words, was this is the last chance to win La Liga for them. Barcelona, obviously, Champions League and all the rest of it going on. Real Madrid ended their journey a little bit sooner. And it's all about La Liga for both of them now. There's 4 points in it, 4 games to go. Obviously, play each other in the next game. So after this, 3 games to go. And Lewandowski came off the bench at midweek there. Wasn't quite enough for him. So he should be back in the fold properly for this one. The defence isn't great. Eric Garcia right back and all the rest of it. But Yamal, Olmo, Frenkie, Rafinha, Pedri. Really feels that whole machine over the last 3 months has really been going up the gears and has been the difference for Barca. And they're all fit and available for this one.
Yeah, it seems like there's just a cohesion, isn't there, with Barca's team? Like they just don't seem like they play as individuals, despite there being some obviously ridiculously good individuals. It just feels we know. I mean, it's obvious to the eye. I think but Madrid just seem a bit more disjointed, don't they? And they've struggled to actually figure out who their best 11 is, really, haven't they? Obviously, Rodrigo's been off it. Arda's come in, done well. Injuries, like I can't disregard that. Like they've had a ton of injuries, so it's been tough for Carlo and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think Barca's steamroller, mate, to be honest. I think they'll just take him to the cleaners. I've got a bad feeling.
It feels quite perfect for Real Madrid, but because if Barca do dominate the ball, are the better team, it takes the pressure off Real Madrid being a team and they can just run into space with Vinny and Mbappe. That's kind of what they want
For
to do
sure.
probably anyway, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like the styles make fights kind of thing. We're gonna have tiki taka versus a bit of counter attack here.
You've just got to hope that, Barca miss their, if they do dominate possession, they just miss all their chances, and then Madrid just go up the other end and obviously counter and put theirs away. Like it's just going to be a matter of who takes their chances. But like you said, Barca are probably going to dominate possession, aren't they? So they'll have a bit more going from, a bit more stability, and it's just can the break work for Real?
I just think that back four looks so weak as well. Garcia at left back, Vazquez right back, Ceballos at the pivot, at, the base of the diamond there. It just feels like it's so second string. Barca should be rubbing their hands together.
For sure.
Then got a wee bit of a Basque derby, Athletic Club, not going to the Europa League final, sadly for them. And yeah, they're still missing some key players that they were missing on Thursday night. And they're at home to Deportivo Alaves. This is a Basque derby. I think I mentioned that as a tip-off. So quite a hotly contested game. Athletic Club still trying to secure their European spot for next year, looking to get into the Champions League. But, it's not unimaginable that if they, bombed out now, having missing the Williams brothers and all the rest of it, Villarreal and Betis could finish in top 5 and Athletic Club could end up in 6th. So you need to kind of watch what they're doing. And Alaves are still fighting against relegation at the bottom here. So this will be a tasty wee derby for this one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the last La Liga match we've got is Betis, who we've mentioned quite a few times, at home to Osasuna. Betis are kind of fighting on all fronts. Now they're in the final, so they can kind of chill out with the midweeks and focus on the last 4 games. Lo Celso and Frisco is probably the main headline here, along with Anthony. Everything he touches to gold at the moment, living his best life. And he's joining Jacob Murphy for the late Ballon d'Or shout, so you can definitely feel it. And they're at home to Osasuna. Osasuna get rinsed last week off of Villarreal, but Osasuna generally are like quite a good team. And they are in that little clutch, by the way, that are chasing 7th and 8th. So they're not coming into this with nothing to play for. So this will, it could be quite La Liga, like a 1-0 in the end. Defense just fouling each other all the time and refereeing and yellow cards and all the rest of it. And I think, this is late Sunday, so quite a late one in the game week.
Mm-hmm. Is there much Friday night jeopardy? I really haven't looked at anything.
Well, Harry, I'm feeling quite optimistic. I'm so glad you said that right now. I'm feeling quite optimistic about this game week, right? And see if there's been one constant in my Sorare journey.
Yeah.
I'm not playing him this week, right? But he's available, right? He also plays Friday night. But I'd always tend to do well when Big Lucas Nemeka is playing football. Big Lucas looks to be back for Wolfsburg. He's played the last few games on the spin. He's projected to start. He's at home at Hoffenheim tonight. I'm not playing him, but when I see him in the team, I think, oh yeah, everything's right in the world. Lucas Nemeka is back playing. And they're playing Friday night. I think there's a Friday night game kind of from everywhere.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm just looking now. It's got like Fenner play. And then there's a lot of Italian, League 2. Yeah, Westerlo play, Milan play, and Las Palmas play. Your lads, or your lad. So listen, a couple of games.
And then there's a Hoffenheim team on screen. Bischoff back in the middle. Harry, has that been working out for him?
A little bit. Yeah, he had like 30 AA last game, which was nice. He hasn't. I think he was suspended the game before, so he's been a bit shaky. Yeah, I've played him in. I think I played him in my D1 Champ Classic. He hasn't got into my in seasons. I fancy him to do okay there.
Somebody had a question for us earlier, which we can kind of have come on to here, but I'm just going to see if I can find it. We Had a lot of comments when the glitch was coming in. Oh, there we go, smooth boy. He's got Amiri versus Bochum or Ekitike versus St. Pauli. Well, mine's, they have Amiri. They're away to Bochum. If we can look at the Bundesliga for 2 seconds. What's your gut on that, Harry? I'm an Ekitike guy, I think, here.
Yeah, I think I'm Ekitike as well. Like, Amiri is obviously really good. I just think he's off it a little bit right now. Ekitike is just on it. And I know they're different positions, but yeah, I'm going Ekitike to get a brace or something.
So mine's pushing for European football. Leipzig are playing Bremen this weekend, so a bit of a 6-pointer there. And mine's obviously playing Bochum, who are flat out relegated, essentially. Dortmund also play Leverkusen. Frankfurt got a good game, as we know. I think Freiburg are away in an okay match. So it's just, mine's just maybe there's only 34 games in the Bundesliga as well, so there's only 2 games left. So probably one of mine's last chances to qualify. So I get the in-game motivation for Amiri here. But I think Ekitike has that as well. And St. Pauli are missing their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Frankfurt are at home. There's the Bochum team if anyone wants it.
That's the big one, isn't it? The keeper, I think.
Yeah.
For me.
And Freiburg are away at hosting Kiel. So Grifo time as well. So Grifo and Amiri are interesting cards this weekend.
Big time.
There's a hosting Kiel. Union Berlin are taking on Heidenheim. I think this is a nothing burger, in Harry's words. Teams are there. And then we've got Bremen and Leipzig, who we just mentioned a moment ago, both kind of pushing for the same European spots. Leipzig, are they maybe... Yeah, Leipzig are still looking above them as well. Like, if they do win this game, they'll go on to 53, and they'll be looking to push top 4, try and kick out Freiburg and stay ahead of Dortmund. So still a lot of motivation for Leipzig, both ends of it there, to not go down and to push higher. And Bremen, this is them trying to push higher, for sure. There's the Bremen team. Galashi's back in training, so probably not going to get used by Van der Vaart this week, or I'll be using him, but he probably won't play, sadly. And yeah, there's the rest of the Leipzig team. I fancy Leipzig.
Yeah, I do as well, I think.
Bayern Munich at home at Gladbach, one of the top games of the game week. Eric Dyer doing his farewell tour. Now he's signed a pre-contract with Monaco, which is just crazy. We spoke about that last week, I'm sure. Goretzka looks likely, but not nailed. Otherwise, the rest of the team is nailed. It looks like Leimer in at left back could be super interesting. Coming in as an inverted player because he's right-footed. Doing that kind of midfield overload job. Olise is the rinse master. Kane is back from suspension. And Muller, talking about people going on the swan song. Muller, the legend of Bayern that is. He'll be scoring some goals before he leaves, you think? And this could be it.
Got to think so, haven't you?
Yeah. Noel Verde. So they've got some guy I've never heard of in at centre-back. Otherwise, no player. And then otherwise, it's strongest lineup from Gladbach there. Leverkusen, Dortmund, high-scoring game potential of the weekend, which makes me think maybe Frimpong is a good shout for Frimpong versus Nico, because we Frimmers hasn't scored or got a decisive in a wee while. It's normally the big games when these guys pop up where you don't use them. You think, oh, no, I won't play him this week. And then, boom, goal and assist, 85. But anyway, long shot as it is. But there's the Leverkusen team. What do you think about Wirtz? Is he going to leave this summer?
Well, I've just seen, I think Xavi Alonso just said he's definitely leaving, hasn't he? I think that just got announced this morning. So, yeah, I think Wirtz is going to Bayern, if I had to guess. I think they're just going to make like a super under 23 side, basically.
I think City are still sniffing around trying to give him De Bruyne's contract.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these German lads, they just seem to just love being in Germany for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough. Like, I don't know. I just think, I don't know if the City project, not that it doesn't do it for anyone anymore, but like, it feels like it's at the end, like it's the end of like that golden era of like that 15 years they've had. Not to say they won't have more success. It's just the players, like the actual conveyor belt of talent. The De Bruyne's are finishing, right? Like that's the kind of where we're kind of at, and that's not to, they every team has to rebuild and stuff. But I don't know. I just think it just seems safer to go to Bayern for me. Stay in your same country. Just play for the team that's a bit more, just a bit better.
Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League, a bit more heritage and whatever. And I don't know. I can see it playing with Musiala. It must do him well for the national team as well. Not that he needs to.
Musiala are besties.
Are they? Yeah. Well, that tells me everything I need to know. There. It's like Trent going to fucking Real. Like everyone's shocked. It's like his best mate's playing for them. Obviously, he's going to go there if he has a chance. Like they're literally inseparable. Him and
you seen that AI TikTok of Trent? Oh mate, have you not? Oh, I need to find this.
Oh please.
It's AI and it's Trent telling Jamie Carragher to shut up and all that. Have you not seen it?
No.
Mate, it's hilarious.
I need to see this.
It's got Bellingham in it as well, and it's pure comedy, mate. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, there it is there. Right, so there is explicit language in this, everyone, so I apologise in advance. It's hilarious.
This is a message to Jamie Carragher. Stop giving me shit on Twitter, you rat.
Yeah, you tell him, babe.
Chatting about me being the next Gerrard and being a club legend, lad. I don't want to go to LA Galaxy when I'm 35, my legs are gone. Only reason he didn't go Chelsea was because some scally were going to chop his legs off anyway.
Honestly, babe, fuck Liverpool.
Judy just gets on me fucking nerves. He's just jealous he can't get snapped up by Real Madrid like me because I'm sick.
Come on, babe, that's enough now.
He just proper burns me hellos that I can't even go Pot World anymore because I'm banned.
What? We can't go to Pot World? Trent, you might have to go back.
Oh my god, that is potentially the best 34 seconds of content I've ever seen.
It's so funny, isn't it?
That is
You tell him,
insane.
babe. When he calls him Judy at the end.
Judy. In his Brummy accent, it's just funny, isn't it? Like everything's just pronounced so hilariously. Oh, that's class.
Dortmund team is on screen, but yeah. There we go.
That's
Frankfurt St.
brilliant.
Pauli. Ekitike is nailed. We're going for Ekitike, Harry, aren't we?
Yeah, all day.
Seen that yesterday. Tears are coming to the eyes again, but I was absolutely heaving. And then after that, we've got Stuttgart Augsburg. Now, I think this is interesting as well because, they're actually both kind of out the picture now for doing anything, but they're right beside each other on the table. So that's a bit of a nothing burger of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Stuttgart, this could be a good one for like the noodles in the middle stats. I would agree with that. I'm not too sure there's many goals in it, but
Yeah, maybe,
there's the Augsburg
maybe
team.
no. Yeah, Stuttgart haven't been free flowing recently. Like they were scoring some serious goals early on the season, but yeah, I feel like they've dropped off a little bit firepower wise. I don't think they've had like a recognised number 9 all season. It feels like tell them, babe.
It's so good,
Brilliant.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's unreal.
We're into Serie A now. AC Milan are at home at Bologna, and let's go and have a wee peek at Serie A as well, where we're doing this, because Serie A is far from nailed on what's happening anywhere. It's so tight all over the shop. Yeah, look at this. So Bologna, AC Milan, both of them 7th and 9th at the moment. Bologna more of a chance, way more of a chance. 3 games left. Milan are probably not going to make anything happen now, but Bologna still could, perhaps, getting and split up the Roman teams there. Milan are at home, quite strong, except for Felix, really. And the boy it's a really strong-looking team. 3-4-3, quite front foot as well. Bologna away, this is how they'll line up.
No Liao, which is interesting. Is he suspended or injured? Or?
Oh, no idea, bud. No idea. But Felix is 80% on, so it must be something quite concrete. We've got Como at home at Cagliari. Cesc Fabregas getting linked to some pretty big jobs these days. Como, everyone's loving what they're up to. This is how they're looking to line up for the weekend. Finally get to use my bloody Devicas card I bought in the pre-season. Finally.
Who is it, Devicas? Oh, yeah. Didn't you have his Super Rare once, or am I just bugging
I have
out?
it, mate. I bought it this pre-season.
No way.
When Jorgen Strand Larsen went to Wolves, I'm sure it was, I thought, oh, brilliant. I think he'll be the man. And then they got that Borja Iglesias in. It's been a nightmare. It's set up, but now he's in Italy. Blah, blah, blah. And they take on Cagliari. Team is there for you if you want it. And then, look at this for a heavy-hitting team game. Lazio in 6th, 63 points. Juve, 4th, 63 points.
Wow.
Yeah, this is punchy. None of them played midweek or anything like that. So fully fresh and focused on this one. I don't think the Lazio team gets any stronger, to be honest. Tavares and Pellegrini have been kind of jostling for position. Mandas is now in as the goalkeeper. And maybe we could talk about right-backs there, Lazari and Marusic, but the rest of it is full strength. And Juve got my boy in, Igor Tudor, and his manager. They've changed their shape. They look to be getting a bit of a groove on, but they're not all the way there. Still quite gettable, I would think. This is probably a good Serie A match for the neutral to watch at the weekend. Saturday at 5 UK time.
Kicking off.
Empoli Parma. That's cool. Empoli Parma is on screen for any that want it. This feels like a game to maybe avoid, unless you've got like Ondrika or a wee standalone card potentially.
I didn't realise he'd moved Ondrika, but he's had a fucking wicked couple of weeks, haven't he?
Scored 2 against somebody really good last weekend or the weekend before.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's got
like
a 90.
Juve or Lazio or something. Yeah. He did well. Udinese at home to Monza. Get the Udinese stacks out, but still, Luca's back, but no Alexis, no Tovan. So none of the fun guys are back. But Omar Soleil's been smashing. Soleil could be one of the better defenders this weekend in Champ. There's the Monza team. Hellas Verona at home to Lecce. Verona is there for these now. Tengsted and Amin Sarr, 2 former SO5 Wonder Kids trying to get their careers up and going. And there's the Lecce team. And then, yeah, like we mentioned before, Torino, Vanya Milinkovic-Savic's team, of course, at home to Inter. And this will be interesting to see because Inter still need to keep pace at the top of the league. They're 3 points behind Napoli. If they drop any more points, you've got to think the title it's almost there with Napoli. But if Inter drop points here, it'll be big. Torino don't really have much going on, so there's not much for them to really be fighting for. Relegation-wise, yeah, Lecce and Venezia still need the points quite badly. Maybe Empoli come into that also, by the way, from some of the teams we looked at a moment ago. But Shea Adams, Vlasic, Ilmaz, Lazaro, there's definitely some weapons there, a wee bit of pace on the counter. Inter are probably going to dominate the ball, looking to rotate really heavily. With Arnautovic and Joaquin Correa looking to start this one. And Noah Cherby from the start. And yeah, so actually players, Darmian will come in for Dumfries, but Hakan and Barella retain their places, I find surprising. And so close this German tab. There we go. And then after that, we get to Napoli, Genoa. Now, guys, there's over 150 of you joining us on YouTube, Twitch, and X, or Twitter. So fist bump to you all. Thanks for everyone tuning into the broadcast. In case you don't know, Sorare own and control the internet. They love the content from me and Harry here on the channel, and they want to see you supporting us. They know you're here. They know you're watching it. Whether you've dropped a fist bump or not, they control the internet. They know where your phone is. They know who you've picked in your teams. And if you don't hit the like button to support the show, then they're going to make sure your guy's DNP. They will make sure you have picked the wrong captain. And if you do win a card, it is going to be the worst card in the prize pool. So help yourself, help the channel, smash the like button. The first thing we've got to do, guys, on these shows is get to 100 likes. There's been actually a few weeks recently where we've not hit it. And I think we can all feel the luck has kind of been, the force has not been with us. But guys, we need to get the luck locked in for this game week. So if you haven't done so already, take your phone out your pocket, change the tab on your screen, whatever you need to do. Smash the like button, secure your luck for the game week, support the show, and yeah, it's mutually beneficial for us all. This is Napoli's team, who maybe are in the running to sign De Bruyne, by the way. And if they win the league, I think they're probably quite strong favourites to sign De Bruyne. Would I put De Bruyne into Serie A under Antonio Conte? Hell to the motherfucking yes, I would. So excited for that. Want to see Napoli do well. And yeah, they're at home at Genoa. Not really got much going on. Team is quite meh. Although some of the players have been linked to some big transfers. That's been on screen fees there. Venezia against Fiorentina. Fiorentina also getting themselves... I don't know, they got eliminated by Betis, I beg your pardon. But they played Thursday night, so maybe a good one for Venezia, who are scrambling against relegation. And there's the teams for both of them. And then we come to Atalanta, Roma. Now, Atalanta are sitting... they're probably quite cushy. You just need to make sure they're getting Champions League football, but quite comfy. Roma, on the other hand, very much the opposite. Could end up Champions League, Europa League, or Europa Conference League, depending on how things shake out. Ranieri has been unstoppable for Roma since he came in. It's hard to back against them. But Atalanta looking like this, you don't write them off against anyone, regardless of form and all the rest of it. And to be honest with you, as far like Pasile, Shomorodov, this isn't as formidable a Roma attacking outfit as we've seen this season. So maybe a strong defensive performance required. And in the last Champ League we've got to run through is France. Now, I just won a card the other day. This is a Saturday game, isn't it? Oh, they're all playing the same time. Is this the last game in France? They're all playing at the same time. No, second to last game. I wonder if they do that for both the last fixtures then, because they all play 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And we've got Angers at home to Strasbourg. Strasbourg, by the way, I'm a wee bit more interested in them all of a sudden, but very, very tight there for the European spots. Angers, still fighting against relegation. Beg your pardon. So yeah, there's the Angers team. And here's the Strasbourgers. All the main boys are there. Harry's boy, my boy, Laird's boy, everyone's boys are in the team. Your clean sheet defender will be subbed off in the 59th minute. Any under 23 forwards? Ekatike is not U23, is he? I think they're in France. I think I found some good. Oh, Bakwa. Bakwa's a great shout this weekend. We've then got Auxerre Nantes teams on screen for you as well. Last 2 games they do that for. Love that. The likes are flying in, guys. We need to smash to 100. We're past the magic numbers of 67 and 69. So love to see that. Keep it coming, guys. We need to smash through to 100. Ekatike is U23 still. Winky face from Smooth Boy. So some really good under 23 forward shouts this game week. This is Brest against Lille. Teams are on screen for you here. And then Le Havre Marseille, we were mentioning before, Harry.
Yeah, looks probably that may be in the PSG fixture, but the PSG lads obviously are all on their holidays. So Strasbourg maybe could look tasty as well. This is tough for Lyon away to Monaco.
And if we look at the table as well, Monaco sitting in third, not really. They could end up Champions League or Europa League or Europa Conference League for that matter still. And Lyon are out the picture, but want to get in the picture. So this will be another. There's some bad boy matchups this game week, isn't there? In that sense, Lazio, Juve, Monaco, Lyon spring to mind.
Dortmund, Leverkusen.
I don't think that one's quite as sensitive to some of those other ones, but yeah, it's definitely in the same range of quality, isn't it? Maybe think, yeah. So yeah, there's the Lyon team. Monaco. No beer if he came off injured in the last game. Doesn't look like he's ready for this one to start. And here's the Lyon team. Cherki, Almada, Fofana and support Lacazette is normally all they need to care about. And they do not have too bad. Montpellier's team is here. No Teji. Don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I think he's being bombed, isn't he?
Yeah, feels like it. And then here's the PSG backups. Alex Tape in at centre back, probably. Never heard of him. Or Tape. Baraldo, Warren in at right back. Lucas Hernandez with 1 knee and a half, or half a knee, in at left back. And then I think that Mayulu and Ibrahim Mbaye are rookie cards as well. So a wee bit of fun action if you've got that collection.
Yeah.
Barcola, Kang. Zaire Emery's going to play right mid and centre mid, actually. So maybe Zagu comes in here. Is maybe the thinking there.
Yeah, he could play.
So, yeah, Kang and Barcola. That's what I'm saying for that one. The Ream team. And then St. Etienne's.
Wow, Amin Mufek is back. He's been around for absolutely ages. Still at St. Etienne.
It's a name that sounds familiar, but I don't know much about the guy. Likes are flying up, guys. Keep them coming. Harry's back now, in case you were wondering. People were reserving the likes for Harry coming back. The CR getting smashed. Zaire Emery doing his best Camavinga impression. Love that. And then this is the Rennes team. Rennes are at home to Nice. Harry, how are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, not amazing. If I'm being honest, I'm knowing my luck. Bulk will end up getting a 90 or something away to Rennes. I love it, Johnny. Yeah, I don't know. I am playing him as with my trusty Klaus. Morgan Sanson's been really good since coming into the side. Really impressive. So yeah, I'm not too confident if I'm being honest, mate. Like I'm playing them, but like they're in my third prioritized lineup.
And looking at the table for both these teams, Nice in fourth again could end up anywhere still, and Rennes are fucking dead and buried. There was chat about relegation fights for them not too long ago, so hardly been going well for them, you would say. But yeah, you never know in France with some of these teams. Toulouse at home to Rennes. Team is on screen here. And then there's the Lens team. I said Rennes there by mistake. I beg your pardon. But yeah, both quite projectable. And I think that's Champion Euro. So we've got MLS to hit. Harry Boy, the lead streaker on the channel here.
Not by much, mind, but...
Chicago at home to Atlanta United. Atlanta are still suffering, aren't they? Lath is back, but I think, isn't he?
Yeah, they got a draw against Nashville last week, which was encouraging, I guess, but definitely not something to be shouting from the rooftops about. But yeah, Chicago on. Was there no Brady? Yeah, got sent off. I watched. Who did they play last week? Chicago. They played somebody, and Zinkenacker was like fucking Ronaldo.
Oh wow,
he was everywhere. He was a joke, honestly. Played really well. Who did they play? He was really good, but.
Miami?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't Miami.
it was someone good because they got battered. I'm sure. Oh, it was Orlando. It was Orlando. It was nil. It was they couldn't score. Orlando, I didn't think in the end. I think it was 0-0 with 10 men for Chicago. Mate, honestly, I fancy Chicago here. Genuinely.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm behind it. I've got enough of the yellow spots on the team where I'm backing
Yep.
it, certainly.
I love
Atlanta have
it.
been struggling. There's a lot of chat. Dialer might get sacked, so it's a must-win game for them, and their form has been
Big time.
stinking.
Big time.
And yeah, Jonathan Bond has now been minted, so he'll be dropped probably for the weekend, which is just the way it goes. And there was Open Cup this midweek, so if you do have, double check your guys played midweek or didn't or whatever, where you can. Minnesota at home to Miami. Your boy Perea, by the way, Harry. Those guys that pass the eye test, they don't miss, do they?
Mate, he should have had the first goal as well. It got given as an own goal, but he could have scored, could have had two. Did you see his second goal?
No, I just seen your Road to Glorious score.
Yeah. I
86 or something?
didn't even. Yeah, he scored a 93 in the end. I didn't get him in my best lineup, which was gutting, but I played David Perea. But yeah, he scored a wicked volley, 93rd minute. It's just come to him in the air on the full, and he just zinged it off the post. It was a really, really good finish. He's silky, mate. He's a good player. But you can just tell sometimes where the quality, it's just very hard for him not to shine through if they're in a good team. And he's just luckily in a good team, obviously, this year. Good coach. It's just hard for it not to come through, for me anyway. And yeah, tough game, though. Doesn't get much tougher than this.
Yeah, and it looks like all the stars are aligning for this one as well. Weigand is back as well as all the stars, obviously, of Alba, Redondo, Busquets, Messi, Suarez, Segovia, Allende. All of them have been doing really well individually, I think. Ustari, the keeper, as well. So yeah, that'll be a real test. You seem quite optimistic for Toronto's chances this week, Harry. They're at home at DC.
I mean, if they're ever going to get a clean sheet, mate, it's got to be at home to DC, hasn't it? I've been watching their most recent games, and I wouldn't say they get the Carlos Heel goal last week was just so no one saving it. It just came out of nowhere so early on, and it just killed the game a little bit. And I'm not saying Toronto are that great, but Perez one, yeah. So SO5 wise, he is. I'd say there's not much elsewhere going. Rosales can score pretty well. What's his name? The strikers are good. Tani and Bentancur is back. That is the big issue because I think he got an assist or a goal last week. So yeah, he's back already. Not easy because of that reason, but at the same time, it's just if they can just keep it tight at the back. Last week they ended up having a 12-year-old in centre back. It was mental. Some rookie. I've got his card. He's a rookie on Sorare. I think he's literally 15 or 16. It's just they're just, I don't know, they're getting weird injuries, and it's just fucking a bit of a nightmare, mate. But I tell you, why is Bernadeschi behind Bernadeschi there?
It's weird. Yeah.
But Insigne came on and looked sharp. I'm quite surprised they're not starting him, honestly, because I know it's tough to maybe he doesn't do it. He thinks he's Messi, right? So he's not gonna they need to work as a unit, and he isn't a unit, obviously. So it's but when he comes on though, he does make things happen. He really does. That guy on the left wing, that Cordoba, whatever his name is, he thinks he's like Ronaldo. He's built like him. He's just rubbish. But Bernadeschi's looking sharp. It's not coming from him yet. Bernadeschi, he's getting into the positions, and they're just going wide, and he's just whacking things over the bar. He's trying too hard, bless him, because he's in a one-man team. I don't know. I'm confident. I think Toronto can nick something from that.
I've got a battle of the keepers here: Barraza versus Sean John. So
that's tough.
A fun one. None of them getting a clean sheet, are they? Cincy at home to Austin. This is a tough game, by the way, but I think this one looks quite good for Cincy.
Yeah, it's not easy. Cincinnati are just renowned for not scoring that many goals right now, really, or winning by that many goals. Austin just got battered, man, against Minnesota, so they'll be, they'll want to bounce back. But at the same time, Evander, Oriano and Denki, it's a lot to deal with, I think, if it clicks.
At home as well, so
yeah,
I've got a good feeling for Cincy, but yeah, this one could be tough. Obviously, Austin quite good defensively, like you say. Cincy not free-flowing firing at the moment. We've then got NYC at home to Montreal. This is the NYC team. They did play Open Cup. They highly rotated, sent some the squad guys out there, kept some guys at home. This thinks Parks won't play. I think Parks will play. He didn't train. Or he did train, but didn't travel. And I think Parks, he'll be in the squad certainly. Whether he starts or not maybe is another matter. But with O'Toole out, yeah, maybe Risa plays left back. It's a weird hodgepodge of a squad. O'Neill has his work permit. He's been training with the team since yesterday. Probably comes onto the bench for this one. Unlikely to start, but you never know. Tavon Gray's back. He scores well. And Montreal got a surprise win last week, Harry. They beat someone they really shouldn't have. I forgot who it was now. But they go to NYC with no Campbell. Looks like they'll be Jalen Neal and Waterman at centre back.
Yeah, I don't know. Campbell trained Thursday. He didn't train Wednesday. So that, I don't know. I don't know if he's that like out of the loop, if I'm being honest. He could definitely not play, but like he did train Thursday apparently. So read into that what you will. I'm not playing him, but it's not a great matchup anyway. Yeah.
Brian Gutierrez or Artur. I'm biased on the Brian Gutierrez. Artur is Houston, isn't he? They've not got a good game, and someone in the chat just said they played 120 minutes last night or Wednesday night. So I'm probably going Brian.
Yeah, I think I'm going Brian. I need to deal with the devil a minute.
Yeah, sure. I was going to say, who's the devil? Is it Pavel or the kid? Or what's going on? But we've got the Red Bulls at home at Galaxy. Rico Man was saying, whoever Galaxy are playing, stack them. But if you've been having Red Bull cards this year, you maybe know that this is maybe the exception to the rule. Red Bulls have not been an easy team to back, but the squad's been quite consistent, except for the centre-backs, as Harry will tell us. But yeah, I don't mind my guys, Forsberg and Chupo. They could get goals and decisives here. John McCarthy and goals. Galaxy have just not been at it. No Peck. Looks at 50-50 with Cuevas. And yeah, Diego Fagundes. Yeah, this might be really bad for Galaxy. This could be good for the Bulls, by the way. This could be good for them. We then got Orlando at home to New England. Orlando, I've been a big fan of this year in terms of the squad they've got and the budget build you can do with them on Sorare. Galacy's form, it's a shame I've not got Harry here, but I'll show you this. Galacy has been everything you want in a goalkeeper this year. International, domestic, and if you're going to buy an in-season keeper, you want them to be able to bring some big scores. And Galacy, look at that for an L5. What more do you want? Really, clean sheets have all been there. It's a clean sheet run and a half, but 8-8 on top. 97-pointer last week away at Chicago, as Harry was just mentioning in the 0-0 game, where Chicago couldn't score. Lots of shots for Galacy to get a hold of here. And yeah, he's been ripping a big part of the Orlando magic that's been happening for Orlando City. I kind of walked myself into that one. And they're taking on the one-man effort of Carlos Hill and co. Team is on the screen there for you. We then get Philly Columbus. This is a tough one to call. Really tough one. There's the Philly team, Kai Wagner, 90% on, Quinn Sullivan on the same side of the pitch, and Baribo back in the fold. Who's starting for Mainz? We covered it before. Let's double check that. Sorry. Go backwards or go forwards. We'll come back to this. Bundesliga, Mainz. Zettner, 50-50 with Reese. Yeah, so this is where we were. So yeah, Philly, very formidable, pretty solid at home as well. And Columbus are obviously one of the better teams. Gazdag revenge match so soon after his departure. This looks like quite a strong team. Harry's boy Chambeau. Afson is in as well at the left wing. Azil Jackson, Diego Rossi up front. So this is a tough game. Maybe a bit of a stack canceller. Dallas at home at Salt Lake. I'm buzzing on the Dallas team. Musa is back right as I bring Acosta into the fold, of course, which is good for me. Everyone else there, it's quite much best 11. In RSL, no Johnny Russell yet, but they're not pushovers. Got a decent outfit here, but away from home, they're normally weaker, aren't they? And then we get to Houston, who played that 120 minutes apparently in the Open Cup. Jack McGlynn will be playing alongside Bassey and Artur. Jonathan Bond is on to play still. So those cards minted could be deployed. And then there's the Sounders. I think it's a good one for the Sounders this weekend. Nashville at home to Charlotte. And yeah, like Nahar, you kind of need to play him in defence now, I think, don't you? After was it last weekend or the weekend before, the triple assist? But with no Zimmerman, he's kind of the go-to guy now, it feels like. Tagseth, Haney are all there. No Bruggeman. So let's see how that has an impact on this one, because Charlotte are good. Definitely not to be written off, especially with big Kalina and goals. Abada's got some decisive form. Pep Biel is leading the power rankings for them. Agaman getting linked to the championship, I'm sure, as well. So presenting some form. We've got St. Louis, San Diego here. Burki is back. Burki is back. No Kessler yet, so maybe not quite the defensive powerhouse. But one of the cards we're going to give away, Ostrak, is into playing midfield for them. So that could be a bit of an omen. But they are playing Andres Dreyer, who is just a one-man wrecking crew in MLS. This team's really solid as a first 11. And yeah, no Negri, who I thought looked really good for them whenever I've seen them. But otherwise, I think that's as good as they go. Rapids are playing the Quakes. This is the Rapids team. Harry Boys Navarro is hitting fire. Mihailovic is there. Atencio, Cabral, some familiar names and faces here, along with Chidozie and Zach Steffen, Reggie Cannon in defence. Arango, Espinoza, no Joseph, who's surprised that Joseph's injured. Not me. And yeah, the defence on the weaker side, Daniel, the goalkeeper, is back. Could be really good for the Rapids, by the way. One of those teams that has a notable home advantage. And then we've got Portland Timbers, quietly one of the better teams this year, at home to one of the most expected better teams this year, Kansas City. Yeah, I really like the look of this whole Portland team this weekend. SO5-wise, depends on who you own. But yeah, you can't really write off SKC. They are the wild card team. Manu Garcia, Joveljic, Saloy, Shapi, all quite interesting cards at the moment. And yeah, with Pools Cap there, they're continuing to surprise. And then we've got a top of the table clash. We've got the Whitecaps going to the CONCACAF Champions League final. Still no gold, but Jaden Nelson, Brian White, Ali Ahmed is a very exciting front three. And then a midfield of Vite, Kubas, and Berhalter. Eat your heart out, by the way, up there with the best in the division at the moment. And they take on LAFC, who looks to be lining up as follows. Kalina is on baby watch, so be very careful. Oh, Charlie's got his finger on the pulse here. Can't decide whether to line up an All-Star or Arena. Rare. Craig Gordon, Stanisic, Palacios, Shaka, Hilaire. I'm probably not doing... I'm probably not doing Arena with that. It feels too dodgy for putting Essence against it, personally. And that's us wrapped up with the main divisions. We've got co-pilot Harry Trades back right on time. We've got a 1 minute version of the advert now because of the time of year we're in, but we'll be back to the 3 minute version in between seasons and whatever. But here is a word from our channel sponsor on the show today. MFL Meta Football League is a football management game that takes this genre to the next level. This is an open network online experience where every club, every opponent you play against is managed and operated by another player, by another person. It's your tactics, it's your wit, it's your squad against your opponents. MFL seasons normally run for around 6 weeks, so this isn't a game that comes out every new football season that you need to go and buy a new copy of. So there's never a bad time to open your account and get your club up and running. The only thing you need to buy or to pay for to get up and running to play MFL is your club. You can buy a club pack from MFL directly and it will randomly generate where your club is located, what city and in what country. One of the ways MFL takes this game to the next level is every player you own, you are actually their agent. So any players that you own that you're not going to use in your own squad, you can list on the market for loan, where they can go into another squad, and in return you'll get a percentage, you'll get a cut of any of the prize money that those players help those clubs to win. Sign up by using the link that's in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. You'll directly support me and all the content here at the channel, but by doing so you guarantee yourself the best sign up bonuses available. Now guys, we're going to do the giveaways in like 20 minutes, so just a wee heads up. We're going to be doing some giveaway action for a limited special edition Rio German, kindly donated to us by Sorare Contender, FPL General, of course. And then as we just seen, an MLS in-season rare who's 55% on to play in midfield and a team that's got Roman Burki in goals, Thomas Ostrak. So we want to get these into your gallery before the game week goes, and we'll do the giveaway. And I'm going to say 2:30. It's 2:15 at this point in time, so 15 minutes from now. So don't go anywhere. Keep your fingers on the buzzers. And if you haven't done so already, take the phone out your pocket, change the tab on your screen, whatever you need to do, guys. We're getting close to the next magic number, which is 88, but we need to get to 100 likes if we're going to get our game week locked in and ready to go, to make sure we don't get DNPs. We want to pick the right captains. And me and you, we all want the same stuff. We all want to win the best rewards. And that's not going to be possible if we don't smash the like button. As you know, Sorare love the content from me and Harry Boy. They own and control the internet. They know you're here. Your clean sheets will get subbed off in the 59th minute. And yeah, make sure you do that, guys. We're firing up. We need to get to 100. It's easy peasy. There's over 160 of you watching across YouTube, Twitch, and X. So thanks to everyone supporting the show today. If you haven't done so already, drop the fist bump into the live chat. So subscribe to the channel. Harry's channel as well, of course, as always, is linked in the description of the video in case you're crazy enough not to be a subscriber over there already. That's me. Got out.
Let's do it. That was a lot. I won't go into details.
Yeah. I don't need the details, certainly.
Right, let's whiz through what we got. 45 minutes. Yeah, we'll keep this short and sharp, to be fair, because there's lots to get through. I think that will end 2 fixtures tonight. That one to keep an eye on. All the mediocre teams just seem to be playing each other in the Dutch league, and then the best teams are playing each other. So it's an interesting one this week. No proper lopsided ones. Feyenoord PSV though. Big game, 20 Utrecht as well. Another big one. AZ.
You know how to manage their fixture list?
Yeah, no. AZ's probably the only one, like on paper, that's a decent win percentage, but we're only going to decent. So actually, no, Ajax. I tell a lie. Ajax is the one that stands out, just above AZ. A couple of 70s and 60% in there though. Not easy to get right. And then we get into Belgium. Last couple of games now in Belgium. They come back super early though, don't they? Like July or something.
Yeah, like end of July. I think it is like beginning of August. Mad early.
Yes, crazy early. How many teams have you got going out this weekend, mate?
So I think I've only got. Let me just double check. I've only got like Van der Voort won't play. And how many training lineups do I have? 1. Yeah, I've only got like 2 teams that are, well, 3, 4. I've got like 4 dead teams out of 39.
Okay,
35 teams. Pretty high on all of them.
Yeah, that's around the exact same number as mine, to be fair. Norgisland Bromby.
Nice.
For the Danes. And then we've got playoffs, I guess, in Championship.
Yeah.
Cov Sunderland. Sheffield. Oh, Bristol City made playoffs today. I used to play with Max O'Leary, and he was a centre-back when I used to play with him. It tells you everything you need to know about. Yeah, and Zach Viner. They were both best mates. They both went to the same school. Zach was always a defender, but yeah, just some random kid, but now he's a goalie. Bit mental. Okay.
I believe the championship season was finished already. Like, it's kind of caught me by surprise that was done.
Did you see Cardiff got relegated the day Wrexham got promoted?
Oh. The balance of power in Wales is flipped, Harry boy.
I know. The North are on top, mate. The North are on top.
You think Wrexham go straight up?
I don't know. I don't know how much they can bully the FFP stuff or whatever, or like that type of thing. I don't even know if that exists in the EPL. To be honest, it probably does.
Yeah, they've got their own one.
They do, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, because they'd have to get rid of a lot of players and bring in a lot of other really good players. So I don't know. I don't think so. I think they'll have a year, personally. I think they'll have a little year and then go up the next year if I had to guess. I think it's too early. Oh, Bristol got slapped 3-0 today.
How embarrassed do you think the Salford City boys are looking at Wrexham?
Oh, mate. Didn't Beckham just put money in or something?
They've just remodeled their whole ownership thing, and I think they're like, oh, what the fuck have we been doing the last 5 years? Wrexham have just come out of nowhere and left us for dust.
I mean, that's what stories do, right? Storylines create, cool narratives, and what can I say? The Welsh just do it different. Like, I just don't know what to say. I mean, there's no.
Oh yeah, because it's definitely the Welsh factor in all this. It's been the difference.
Well, of course it is. I mean, would that work with Salford? Would 2 Americans walk into Salford and turn them into a global club? I don't know.
Maybe not.
There's definitely something romantic about the whole Wrexham thing.
I remember one of the funniest things. It's funny, but it's also super smart. But I remember when they first bought over the club, the on-strip sponsor was E4 Williams, the mad trailer company or whatever.
No,
I only remember this because the part of the story is like, as soon as they bought him, Ryan Reynolds did like an advert for them, like just off his own. Like he just did a wee monologue thing of like how cool a company they are, and like very well put together. But because it's Ryan Reynolds' voice, it's like it's pretty funny as well. You know, there's a wee bit of like just whatever you would call his style of comedy kind of laced through the chat, you know, and it's just always stuck with me. So yeah, you're right. Like it's definitely more than just money, isn't it? For those clubs, it's a project. Not to use that word, people hate it, but like people,
right?
That kind of thing people get behind, doesn't it? That's why people sign for you. Why they buy tickets for matches.
100%, 100%.
Wrexham on the Disney dollars, love that.
I don't know what that means by local fan base. Like locals love Wrexham. Like my best mate's a Wrexham fan. He fucking like everyone in Wrexham loves. I've been there. It's fucking just Wrexham everywhere.
But I think it's maybe like how many people live in Wrexham? Let's say I'm going to make up a number because I've never been there. I've got no idea the size of the place. But let's just say it's a 40,000 population kind of town or city or whatever, as a guess. I would dare say Wrexham have probably got 1 million fans now. Is maybe the chat he's having there. I don't know. Like the support is more than the population of the town now.
135,000, man.
135, right? So let's say I'm going to say they probably got 1 million fans now. You know, so
yeah, sure.
It's not London where you've got like 10 million people.
No, but like you've got 10 million clubs in London, right? Like
sure,
you know.
Yeah. That's kind of It's like they've got more fans than could fit in the town. I'm kind of with you on that.
Right, this baby's kicking off a minute, mate.
Yeah, sure.
2
I'll
seconds.
take over, show some teams if you want. Yeah. So, where did Harry get to? Austrian Bundesliga. Let me tap back in. And guys, it's a big week. It's the first home game for Celtic since we've won the league. Did Harry? Where did they get to? Kaiserslautern. Oh, so I think he was about to go into Austria. So we'll get to Celtic in a second, right? But we've got Austria to hit through. We've got Sturm Graz, who couldn't. They won't seal the title this game week, but they could almost but do it. This is the Salzburg team that are going to try and prevent that. Sturm Graz are at home. Pretty full strength looking as well. Klagenfurt are playing Wattens. Lask are playing Hartberg. Altak are playing Grazer. Guys, the lights are flying up. We've almost hit that magic 88. We're only 1 or 2 away from it, but we need to get to 100. We've got a couple of cards to give away. We'll give them away in 5 or 10 minutes, but we need to get to 100, guys. We need to get it done. Wolfsberger at home to Blau-Schweiz Linz. This is the Wolfsberger team. Blau-Schweiz Linz, Ronnie Valdo and co. And then I think this is a good one, by the way. I know it's a derby, Austria v Rapid Vienna, but Fitz is in town. And the way the Austrian league is going, if it's not going to be Sturm Graz to win the league, it'll be Austria Vienna. So hyper motivation for them. They're at home. Rapid Vienna also won't want to assist them in their journey to winning the title. They'll be given as good as they get, but they're not really in the fray in the same extent. So that'll be an interesting one in Contender. Brazil. We'll have a wee click through them. I'm not going to name all the teams and stuff like that, but keep your eyes peeled on screen if you're after the Brazilian stuff now. And then we'll get into the good and the great. But again, midweeks were had for a few of these teams playing Sudamericana and Libertadores. So you really need to keep your finger on the pulse with rotation on some of these teams. But good to see Depay is in the building. And I always love clicking through these teams and just seeing what cards are there and who's actually playing. I've still not got that Lucas Piton that Harry told me I should buy. But there's a wee Vasco da Gama stack there. They get pumped off of someone a minnow last night. So maybe not something to rush into. Flamengo against Bahia is an interesting one potentially. Sport Recife, home to Cruzeiro. Yeah, I don't think there's much going on there. Mineiro Fluminense is a big one. Hulka, big Hulk up front. Junior Alonso in at centre back. Fausto Vera taking on Fluminense with Ganso still playing ball. Love that. Wish he had a card. Everaldo up front as well. He's been around the block. Palmeiras, Sao Paulo. This is a big one. Big one. Facundo Torres, Felipe Anderson in the building. Field defence stack there. Victor Roque in the building. Doesn't have Paulinho here to play, but he came off the bench. He's been off the bench 3 games in a row, but off the bench at the midweek there and got a decisive. So Paulo are not doing that great at the moment, but this is how they look to line up. They've got some cards that are good. Botafogo Internacional. Teles is there. That's good. I think I did drop him. I'll maybe bring him back in now that I've seen that confirmation he'll play. And here's Internacional. And we got Santos against Chiara. Still no Neymar. Boo. Again, most of you guys that don't have a Neymar probably like so obvious this was going to happen, but you can't help but be romantic about football sometimes. China, we'll have a quick click through since we're here. Again, I'm not going to name the teams and the players. If you're after China stuff, keep your eyes on the screen. Because, yeah, out of those 35 teams, as I mentioned in the video that went out yesterday, my kind of shopping spree one, I fucking love my club right now. So much of the collection, so much of the gallery is just all dovetailing and interlocking together so nicely. And so many of the fixtures we've previewed already today. Sakaria and Zarzev, by the way, both playing in China. For some of you guys that have got that. It's a good time, mate. It's a good time for me. Harry's getting into some divisions. We're in season right at the death. So am I. And, you know, like, as I was kind of saying at the beginning of the season, if you're only going to get one big win in season, you know, would you want it to be at the beginning of the season or at the end? It's the same amount of money, you know. Not what you want, but, you know, like, it's also a thing you need to remember. Maybe you get your big win on the last day. It's not impossible to think about. But yeah, Harry boy, you're back with us.
I am back, mate. Sorry about that. Where are you at, China?
Yeah, just finish. I'll fire through wee bits and bobs here, and I'll pass it back to you if you're after it.
No worries, mate.
We've got a wee bit of Norway here just to pop on screen. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll give away the cards, and then we'll do J and K, and you can take over for J and K.
Sounds good, mate.
Right, sorted. So we've got first and foremost, we had a tab for it, but it's gone, right? So first of all, we'll give away the limited, right? So hopefully some of you guys will be able to use this. Hopefully it activates a team for you to get in the J League Special Weekly. We're going to go with the Rio German to start off with. Now, you guys know how the giveaways work. It's going to be fastest finger first. The first thing we want to see you type in is your Sorare manager name, how we're going to find you on the Sorare platform. But do not send it. Keep that pre-typed, just sitting, chilling out. And I'm going to give you a question. You're going to give me an answer. And it's the first one. I need to see the name of your manager and the answer in the comment. And it's the first one to do it is going to win. Okie doke. All right. So let me go and get the answer prepared. I know the question I want. Excellent. Right. One of the most memorable Champions League semi-finals in living memory, if not ever, happened this midweek. We had Inter Milan finish out 4-3 winners ahead of FC Barcelona. But what I want to know is the name of the individual player who scored the most SO5 points when it was all said and done.
Ooh, I don't even know.
There was goals everywhere. There was decisives everywhere. Denzel Dumfries, for example, double decisive. And Gerard Martin for Barcelona, double decisive. But in total, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players that picked up decisives. Never mind Lautaro Martinez on double decisive. So, you know, a lot of players it could be if you're randomly guessing. Maybe you know the answer already. But remember, your answer has to include your Sorare manager name. I'm seeing some answers coming in that don't have that. Oh, wow, the answers are coming in. Harry, have you got a guess for us?
Kalinoglu.
Kalinoglu got a decisive. He got a goal. He finished on 60 flat. Converted the penalty, didn't he? Denzel Dumfries, double decisive for 76. Lautaro Martinez, double decisive for 78. Lamine Yamal, no decisive, 78.
Wow.
One decisive, the guy that won it, on 81.4. Rafinha, congratulations to you, mate.
Love that.
Bolton Wanderers for life, I'm guessing that is. Congratulations to you. We'll go and send Rio German. Harry, do you have a question for the rare, or will I think of another one?
Yeah, let me think of one quickly.
You're only accepting money, mate, so you need to change your settings, and I'll come back and send you this in a minute. Keenan G07, you need to change your settings. You're only accepting money. You need to change your settings, and we'll send that over to you.
Okay, I've got a fun one.
Okay, so same again, guys. Pre-type your manager name, and then Harry will take us through the rest of it.
So I'm looking for somebody's all-around score. Okay, so you know the format of that number. Could
All
be
around
decimal.
only.
All around only. Yeah. We ready?
I'm ready.
What was Lucas Piton's all-around score this past midweek? What was Lucas Piton's all-around score this past midweek? For context, he did get a decisive, but that doesn't matter.
And they get humped, that team as well, by the way. So this is going to be
They did.
4-1 or something. My keeper gets slayed.
Yeah, they got battered.
Guys, we're at 94 likes. We're almost at the magic 100. 6 of you. Take your phone out your pocket, change the tab on your screen, whatever you need to do. And then once we get there, guys, we are going to be locked and loaded. We're going to have some game week for us all. The answers are flying. And Harry Boy, I'm in suspense. What was Lucas Piton's AA?
Minus 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first correct answer I've got here is Graham. Congratulations to you, mate.
GG's, Graham.
Yeah, I know Graham's getting set and sorted because Graham's won a few cards this season. Graham, how many cards have you won this year? Do you know?
Graham just cleans up, doesn't he?
I'd say Graham wins like 2 a month.
Yeah, that can't be far wrong.
What was this guy's name again? Ostrak or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Graham. Send that over to you. And then Harry Boy, you can take us through J&K.
Yeah, let's do it, mate.
Congratulations. Thanks again to Emerald FC, Sorare Contender for the donations. Thanks to all you guys that have tuned into the show today. We are under half an hour to the deadline and we need 6 more likes to make sure that we're all going to pick the right captains. None of our goalkeepers are going to be randomly dropped or anything like that. And if we do win stuff, it's actually the stuff in the pool that we want.
Amen to that.
And the Royal German goes to you, Keenan, as well. Congratulations, mate. Sorare Contender has his own YouTube channel, by the way, as well. It is named Sorare Contender. He talks about Contender. So if you're into that, be sure to check it out. It does weekly content, maybe 1 or 2 videos a week on average. And safe to say, Mark knows his onions.
Yeah, top guy. Top guy. Ryoja, man, there he is. 90% on.
Laney, you were right behind Graham on my page. And I don't know, somebody else thought they were first, but I'm telling you, Graham was the one.
Graham's always the one.
Case Ben was first with the wrong answer. Graham was second with the right answer. Then Laney right behind. And then Marquise. I can't remember who else thought they'd done it, but whoever it was, I don't actually see your name.
No Cecilia for Daegu.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
But yeah, I'm high on it.
Couple of Liga MX fixtures. I think one game was played midweek, wasn't it? Lyon, maybe?
I think a few of them played midweek.
Someone
Maybe
played,
like
yeah. Pachuca. Yeah, I bought this guy super rare for £4 for midweek.
Why not?
Yeah, I needed him for the midweek, but I guess he's playing again apparently, which is nice.
He came out of retirement to play for them this year to go to the Club World Cup.
Wow, that's fun.
So don't expect to get much use out the card.
I'll sell him at the Club World Cup for 10 grand.
They're not going to Club World Cup. Leon, they've been kicked.
Oh, right. So he's come out of retirement for nothing then?
Yeah, because of the multi-ownership thing with Monterrey or something like that. I can't remember their team.
Well, that's stupid.
Guys, we're on 99 likes. 1 more like and we're locked and loaded. We're in for a huge game week.
Right, little cheat code.
Ooh.
This guy, Danila Proakin, yeah. I didn't realize he was playing CDM, but have a look at his scores. He's a centre back or a defender card. He is absolutely ripping his face off.
Proakin. Wowzers, yeah. He is doing none too bad, is he?
I guess. Yeah, okay. So only last game he played CDM, but it looks like he's doing it again. So,
Yeah, he's done it before.
oh, yeah. He was a Zenit kid.
He's got the bones
And
for
now
it.
he's still on 23 as well.
And I don't know what cards these are he's got. Don't recognise that badge at all. But it's also from a bygone era.
Sochi. I think it's
Sochi.
Sochi. Yeah. I think he has I'm sure he has Zenit cards as well, actually. I think I have a Zenit version.
We've not missed Celtic, Yuri. We'll get there in a second.
We never miss Celtic, Yuri, don't you worry. That would be a cardinal sin, wouldn't it, on this channel?
Yeah.
It's just not happening.
For sure.
We might miss Rangers, but
Yeah.
you know.
Could easily miss Rangers.
Could easily miss Rangers. That is...
Oh, buzzing for it. I like how the fixtures, when we've been looking through them today, like there's a lot on Saturday night to watch, a lot on Sunday to watch, and there's bits on Friday. It's going to be a big game week, like for watching teams following scores.
Definitely. And then we've got MLS midweek as well.
Yeah.
To look forward to. I think there's more than that, mine. I think there's a bit of La Liga midweek. There's quite a lot of midweek madness going on.
Maybe we dive ahead to that at the end of the show then, because I have not done that. I had no idea La Liga was playing. I knew MLS had the games, but maybe a wee bit on.
Yeah, there's a few bits on.
Oh, Benfica Sporting.
Yeah, Benfica Sporting.
Oh, Rico Man's away to LA Seattle. That'll be fun in the midweek.
Wow. Well, that is fun. Yeah, that's super fun.
7th win of the season for Graham. Love that.
I love how he's keeping track. Can't fault it. Zaragoza.
The benefits of good internet indeed, Graham.
Do you think Wirtz deserves to get into my best champ team this week, Quinny?
Yeah, Dortmund may be a game he turns up for.
All right, I trust you.
And he is up front. He's not in midfield or anything, you know. So lots of final third passes, attempted assists, and penalty area entries, all that caper.
I do hope we get involved in all that. All right, well, we won't start with the enemy. That might be bad luck.
Yeah, St Johnstone, Ross County. Wee bit of a battle at the bottom there.
Yeah. Killy Dundee. Big Simon Murray.
Ginger Maeda. Strong teams for both of them, considering where they're on the table. Hearts Motherwell as well, by the way, very strong, considering where they've been on the table.
See, Hearts are getting a little injection, aren't they, from the Brighton guy?
Do you know, I was listening to a Scottish football podcast this morning, and they reckon it will take them 10 years to split Celtic and Rangers.
Wow, do you think it'll be that long?
Nah, mate, I think it'll happen in 2.
Yeah, I think it'll be way less than 10, if I'm being honest.
Way less, man. Way less.
Yeah.
So you're using that whole structure that they've got to sign a Caicedo once in a while, and these kind of guys, Matomas and whatever, like, it won't take long at all. Because Hearts won't have European football. See, like the first year that they get good, they won't be playing Europa League or anything, you know. Whereas Rangers will be, and obviously, if one of the teams are going to get caught by Hearts, it's definitely not going to be Celtic.
No, definitely not.
Aberdeen Rangers is quite a big one. Aberdeen's still pushing for European football. Rangers have not won at home now 7 games in a row, having drawn with us last week. The longest non-win streak at home in the both histories of both clubs.
That's mental.
Rangers fans out there, that's a sore one, but I have to say it.
Not a great one on the
Celtic
CV,
fans
is
will get on at me, so I need to cover both bases here. Wow. Yeah, McBride is really mixing it up for this one. Jesus. I don't know what McBride's thinking here. 50-50 across the board with everything. I don't see it like this
the
at
little
all.
one in a minute.
Yeah, sure. I think Maeda and Ida are definitely going to be up front, and between Yang, Forrest, and I don't even know if Kuhn's in the fold or not. The press conferences just came out. I've not had a chance to listen to it, but Maeda's not getting rested. Like, no chance of that for me. The midfield, like, I don't think McKeown's got a shot to start. I think it's all Hatate. McGregor's all starting all day. So I think that's that third spot could be McKeown, Bernardo, or Engels. Wouldn't be surprised if it was Engels, but Engels is dodgy. I've reduced his priority. Rico Man, yeah, I don't see a world Hatate doesn't play in, personally. Now, Carter Vickers is injured. I think that's been confirmed. I think the centre-back pairing, I see what he's saying here with Trusty and Naroki, because Naroki's had some minutes and stuff, but and for the balance of left foot, right foot, it could happen, don't get me wrong, but I think Scales is not getting dropped in current form. I think it'll be Scales and Trusty, who have played together against Atalanta, arguably one of Celtic's best performances this year. Alistair Johnson is going to be out until the cup final. Ralston is the only nailed defender for me, because Taylor and Schlupp 50-50. I'm with McBride on that. I'm quite confident on Scales. I'll tell you what I'll do at this point as well, since it's a nice wee segue, is I'll show you my Celtic lineups and how I'm rolling with it to kind of help you visualise kind of how I'm feeling about all that, essentially. But I've only got one in-season D1 this weekend, sadly. So I've kind of went for the best of the bunch overall. Like, so Quatra's in, Wanizek's in, and whatever. But then with my two Celtic teams in D2, I've went with Scales, defender, James, midfielder. And then in this one, I've went with Ralston, defender, with McGregor, Hatate, midfield. Classic, we've got a wee bit of a mirror image there. But in season limited, I've went double fullback, Ralston and Taylor here, with the Basel play of Matinho and Ajetis. That's quite fun. I've went double centre back in the other one with Scales and Trusty. And I've put Engels into that, because no matter what, Engels will feature. And even if he comes from the bench, he'll have a point to prove, etc. And yeah, the classic limited are pure throwaways. And I think I maybe got a few of them into All-Star, just a Taylor and a Rio. And I think under 23, I didn't get any of them used. Nah, I didn't. So that's kind of how I feel about it. There's not much certainty. I think McBride's kind of, I get what he's saying here. Like, the whole team, the league is won. Cup final's the main priority. But yeah, I don't think Celtic don't want beat at home. It's our first home game since winning the title. I don't see there being this amount of change, personally. Offers are all accepted and whatnot. I think that's us covered Scotland. I'll take back over the screen until we get Harry back. We're 15 minutes to the deadline, guys. We're at 102 likes, which is fucking brilliant, by the way. Keep them coming. We've got a wee bit of Argentina down here. I'm just going to click through that as quick as we can for you. Because I don't think we need to worry about... Yeah, maybe Croatia we could double back to as well, actually. Here's Rosario's team. Boca are at home to Lanús. This is the Boca Juniors team. Here's the Lanús team. Marcelino Moreno. Eduardo Salvio. It's a throwback. Argentinos Juniors. And then we have River Plate. Oh, Montiel is in. River Plate secured. Druisi. Angelino Gonzalo Martinez is a doubt. When was this updated? 7 hours ago. Can you see if Egerman is going to play? Yeah, sorry, I didn't. I know Harry just flies through it. I didn't really see Rangers when they were on screen, but yeah, it looks like the same team that played Celtic. So that's got me a bit nervous on Quatra now, because we know Quatra's a pain in the ass anyway. And Montiel, if he's back, he's actually pretty good. So where did I use my Quatras? think I maybe only used one Quattro. I thought I used 2. There's 1, 2. Yeah, I did use both. Can you guys let me know what you think? Montiel for Quattro or and Quattro? Yeah, let's try this actually. Let's maybe ditch Ravelisson. I'm just going to leave these teams the way they are. If they die, they die. Like, I'm just going to... I like how they're balanced and how they're built, and if something goes against me, something goes against me. But we'll smash Montiel into that. We'll probably keep McGregor captain. Double full back there, left back, right back. I love a bit of that. And we've got Ravelisson loose. Could he go in somewhere to make it better? Yeah, maybe, but I'm not going to. I'm getting my Johnny Kenny into a team as well and captaining him for the banter. Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay, sorry. Not Quattro. Brilliant. Thanks very much, Ian. Oh, that's good. So, yeah, I'm not going to mess it. But we'll just put Montiel in as an upgrade option. And then Croatia. I'll have a wee peek at that. Oh no, Harry's did Croatia because I've seen one of my guys earlier. We've seen Croatia. Yeah, I think that's us, guys. We're at 13 minutes to the deadline. Montiel can play, but I think Diaz won't play. He played last night and he came off injured. Jalkin Calvez, great shout. Thanks very much for that. Oh, it's Pity Martinez. Oh, Pity Mart. How could I even forget about him, by the way? I loved that card so much. I kept it for so long while he was in Qatar and everything. And I forgot he's got river cards. He's got real river cards. It's not just big heads anymore. This guy won Player of the Year in South America. Was a big deal. But yeah, he's just broken as fuck, isn't he? I love this guy, by the way, as a potential card. I bought him. I think I got one good game week out of him at Atlanta United. Look at all this all the way back here. I think I got maybe this 84 against Nashville. I think I maybe got that. Definitely didn't get those Montague teams, Montegua, whatever the fuck. And then, yeah, he went to... I must have got that Nashville game. So I got one good game out of him and then he went red X on me. Or blue X. That's a throwback. Pity Martinez. I wonder if we can see my card. Was it the one of? I think it might have been the one of I had. There it is there. Boom. Is this my guy? Oh, this is McBride Aces. McBride had the one of. I wonder what one I had then. It's not that many. I wonder if I can remember. Let's try the number 2. That's Mamba's card. What number is he? 10? I don't think I had 10. What about 7? No. 6 is a good number for me. I've normally got number 6s. And wouldn't you know it, I had the number 6. Pavel traded them. Someone quite quickly actually took it off of Pavel. There we go. He won Latif Blessing for me. Oh, who remembers that? But that he did nothing. He contributed no points, but he contributed to a 20th place finish with 63% of the score. And we won a Jonathan Mensah back in game week 92. Now, guys, I'm not one for normally doing this kind of thing on a deadline show, but I am I'm curious. Can Sorare data go all the way back that far back in time to the original game week? That it can. What game week did we say that was? Oh, it was number 6, wasn't it? Game week 92. Game week 92. Let's see that team for a sec. Because that'll have some good throwback vibes on it. Harry Boy's back with us. Look at this, Harry. My game week 92 teams. You're muted.
Matt Smollett Daily.
I was an original
Cardiff
believer,
legend.
Mate. Original believer. And that
Zeno.
he was my first reward, Jauzinho.
Wow.
Common. There he is.
Cruz.
Isn't that a throwback lineup?
Gonzalo Martinez. This is like a little bit before my time as well. I
Johnny
joined
Russell,
in
Jesus
January.
Medina, Segura, Cisniega, causing
Heads.
DNPs and breaking hearts as ever.
I love the big heads. I think they're so nice as a card.
Common Vlasic, he was a hero. Look at that team. Finishing 28th, a jetty captain for Celtic, probably.
That Vlasic was unbelievable, wasn't he, at CSK?
Yeah. Finishing 28th for a DNP, Harry.
If only we could have those days back.
Mikey Basson is old enough to remember. See what you got from Pavel. Yeah, sure, let's check that out. What did we get from Pavel? If we're interested in that. Oh, so I did a batch. So I gave him Pity, Daichi Kamada, Benkovic, Arezzo, Manor Solomon, who's been great this year, Marcus Antonio, JJ Super Rare, Satriano Super Rare, and I just got some Girona Super Rares. All one-offs, but... So... That's a fun wee trip round memory lane, isn't it? Love that. Harry Boy, we need to see your teams. 10 minutes to the deadline.
Come on then. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we got going on.
I've shown you guys my Celtic lineups. I've got some really fun champ stuff I want to show you before the deadline strikes, but otherwise, the rest of my teams are, you can probably imagine what they look like for MLS and whatever.
So we've got a random little Premier League D3. Random little La Liga D3, hoping Lo Celso gets the nod.
Lo Celso and Dardar there, by the way, that's fun.
Yeah, Cucho, little defensive stack. It might do okay. MLS is where... Who would you go, Quinny? Kai Wagner or Lucho Acosta?
I'd go Lucho, personally.
Would you?
Peter Musa's back and they're at home. And Wagner's playing Columbus.
Yeah, it's not an easy game for Wagner. I am tempted to swap him, if I'm being honest.
You probably don't want to put Wagner in that team, do you, with the Columbus boys? That's probably your problem there.
Kind of, but honestly, I don't really care about this classic one, if I'm being honest. Like, these cards can't go anywhere else, realistically. If there was a special, fine, but there's not. Yeah, that's my one contemplation right now, I'd say. Couple of I've got where's my streaker? Yeah, this is my streaker, hopefully.
Nice.
And then champ. So I did go Wirtz, Kimmich captain, Doof in goal, Beraldo at the back. Then I've gone pairing up front. I could have gone Greenwood. I could have gone Muller, Quinny. What do you reckon?
Miller's not a bad shout, by the way, because he is probably going to score. But Perrin's at home at Nantes. That should be pretty ace for him.
Yeah, that's my thinking. And then Greenwood's away form's not very good, so like I'm a bit worried. Like I've still played him, but I'm a bit like, I don't know. So we'll see. But those are both D2s, obviously little D1. And I do have a D1 Classic, which is another little pairing. Bizot, tough game. My goalie start to run a bit dry then. Pairing in the D2, throw in the Classic Muller in there. Bit of Challenger going on. I've got two D2. I did have, two D2s, but I'm using a Super in here. Best big head was Jackson Conway.
I need to check this out. I've got no idea.
That's amazing.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I know the name.
Oh, Jesus, man. I've just seen this guy. This guy looks like a slab head.
Does he? The original slab head.
He looks like one. Here he is.
Yeah, that is... I've never really seen that card on... Has he got a big head? Like, as in, like, a big head card? Or is that it?
Let's see if there's an OG big head. That's the second season. Yeah. See, there's a second season big head. That is a big head over there, by the way, but he's got a lot of hair in this picture.
Yeah. Change of style.
Yeah. Show off that dome.
Yeah, a couple of Charles, nothing too crazy. And then under 23, hoping we can hit something. Jack McGlynn makes his debut.
Buzzing for that.
Yeah, buzzing for that.
Great birthday present for yourself. Love that.
Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I was really pumped with that one. Double forward here, double defense in this one. I don't have a D1 in rare right now, so I'm up against it a little bit. And then, a couple of all-star lineups with the remainder of my goalies. But that's me this weekend. I'm excited. I can't really say there's one lineup that I'm like, oh my god, like I'm expecting this to do well, to be honest, because it's just so hard. But yeah, are we all in agreement? Acosta over Wagner, or is that not something that?
Right, chat. Wagner or Acosta, just type a name in. I'm not going to do a poll.
Just get a name in. He's no Seki Gal. Yeah, that's true, Mikey.
So I had a bit of a headache myself, Harry, coming into this weekend with combinations. Like, I kind of knew all my guys were good, but I was messing stuff around. I was like, after I won that Bakwa on the other night, and obviously the Simons and everything else I spoke about in that video the other day, it's like, try to juggle it all. It was a real struggle, but I think I've just about cracked it. So I've went with Bakwa and Rafinha double forward in D1 champ with KDB and Josko. That's good D1, isn't it?
Some team that, isn't it? That's great fixtures.
The problem I've got, Harry, is the other teams are in D3. I've not got a D2.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, it is. So I've ended up putting Simons into under 23 D1. So he's D1. He's D1 in himself, you know.
Yeah.
With Wirtz and Take, feels like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I like it. I like that a lot.
And otherwise in champ, the two D3 teams I've got are actually quite good, but it's just a shame they're in D3. So I'm hoping one of them actually wins D3, maybe, if I'm super lucky with the way things are going. But Harry, when I say Quinny plays Sorare, pick me 5 guys, the defender and the goalkeeper, who are you taking?
It's got to be all Black and Trippier, hasn't it? Really?
Be all Black and Trippier. I wasn't sure if you were looking at the screen, but I guess you might have been.
No. I was.
Got all Black and Trippier, Cherky and Guire, double striker, and then Kang. We know he's playing, so I'm just throwing this for vibes. This is going to win D1, I can tell.
That's pure vibes there.
Yeah. And then I've got another D1 team in behind it, which isn't that bad. Jokey Anderson in defence, Bruno G and Goretzka in midfield, Joe David up front, Rulli in goals.
Okay. Yeah.
So I fancy my champs this week.
Yeah, you got some strong champs there, in fairness.
And even the backup U23s, like this is a full ex-Celtic team.
Wow.
O'Reilly captain, Valley and Frimmers fullback, Abada up front. It's probably going to do shit, but it's in D3 and it was fun to make. You know, it's a pure vibes team again. But yeah, that Bakwa, I just feel like I just got a wee kind of boosty upgrade across the board here with options and stuff.
I do like your D1 there, really strong with De Bruyne.
Yeah, it should be good, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to hope Guardiola gets one of his random DAs, isn't it, really?
I've captained him. He's been in the form for it, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised. I don't want to put that but Rafinha's got to be up there, like secondary as a captain, hasn't he, really? Like if you had to pick a second
so tough.
captain.
Yeah. So tough. But when I looked at Josko, I'm like, he's just going to bring AA, all the way through this game.
He is. You're going to need a couple of DAs with Rafinha's really on you, which, I mean, the thing is, though, you're going to need that anyway. Like, even if Josko does his thing, Rafinha needs to pop off anyway for you. So it's one of them where, like, you can't really go wrong captaining either because, if one of them doesn't hit, like, it's kind of toast anyway, really.
Yeah.
In the nicest, like, to go crazy. There we go. Love it. I knew it. I knew I'd convince him. You convinced me on the Acosta, so I convinced you on the Rafinha. I think that's a fair trade-off. And I have changed my Acosta.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do this to me. We had this it's deadline now, but in. Fuck knows, mate. I'm sending a salad up.
What? Well, Casper's back, is he?
Oh, fuck off. Fit enough for selection. Hopefully give Sinisalo this home game. Come on, Brendan.
Of course, that comes in right at the deadline.
We'd love a third-party site to grade our lineups on vibes. Oh, there's an idea.
Vibecheck.com.
Clubphilosophycheck.com.
Sorarevibes.com.
Sorare Vibes is good. That's probably the winner.
Yeah. I'm going to go buy that. Your, what's it called? Domain.
No way, David Taylor. Is that for real?
Is it? I hope it is real, to be honest.
Is that real? Has Guzan literally just been confirmed as out?
Really?
Yeah. Not even joking. Guzan injured, confirmed. Back the post went out at 3 p.m. on the button. Wow. I hope Schmeichel doesn't play, man. Oh, Schmeichel. Don't ruin my weekend, man. I don't think they're rushing back. They keep him optimized for the final. Yeah. Because Johnson could play if we really wanted him to, but we're not. He's done. MCL tour. Ooh, Thomas. Sorare.
Is that real?
It's a big one. Breaking news on the Deadline show, sadly. Could have came a minute earlier for somebody. Oh, Harry boy, I'm just looking ahead to the midweek. We've got a select your target.
Ooh, okay.
So let's see what we're playing with here. Essence again. Or, wow, you can go for the shit one and get XP. Who's doing that?
That could be pretty fun.
See, if you don't have a good team, that's just rubbish, isn't it? See if you know your team's crap. Best thing I'm going to get is fucking XP.
Yeah, that's not what you want, is it?
Let's have a wee peek. Is there a cap on it? Yeah, cap 250. 50% captain as well.
Wow, I'm literally
Scotland play
watching.
midweek.
Mate,
Scotland midweek.
I was watching. There was a Josh Cohen Super In season up for 150 quid then, and like because people are buying the rare, I just watched the instant buy go from 150 and it's on 300 as we speak. Like
wow,
like not people buying it. Like the instant buy just goes up on his own.
Ooh, auto
Yeah,
adjust.
I'm watching it happen. How mad is that?
That is mad. I know it is a midweek, by the way, but this midweek I've got like 40 keepers.
Yeah, it's loads going on midweek. Loads.
Minted. I think that's
So
us touched on everything,
Guzan's-
guys. We've smashed the like goal. We've got a wee bit of news. We've had a wee glance into the midweek. We've got La Liga. We've got MLS. We've got a wee bit of select your target. We've gave away some cards. We've got our luck locked in for the game week. We're going to be back live tonight for a wee bit of Go Fuck Friday. It'll be a bit of a special one, by the way, because the rest of the Quinn clan are away out the night.
Ooh.
Empty at Quinny's place. So we'll definitely have a good one tonight. Should be good fun. To everyone that joins us, the door's always open to the regulars on the channel, of course. And yeah, Harry boy, doing anything for your birthday weekend? Or was that last weekend?
No, it would have technically been this weekend. Or would be this weekend. No, not really, mate. No, literally
Just
chilled
a
one.
wee bit of Friday night curse.
Yeah, probably. At least I don't have too much jeopardy tonight, so I can't imagine I go to bed tonight angry. But I can't believe that Guzan news. That's so funny.
But I know at 3 o'clock he couldn't write it. Cross
Mental,
our fingers
mate.
at Sinisalo. It's the only thing I'm going to have a sleepless night over. But to everyone in the chat that hit the like button and dropped the intel and all the rest of it, thanks very much to all you guys. Of course, fist bump Harry. It's always been an absolute pleasure, mate. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, all the best, lads, and good luck to you, mate.
Take care, everyone.